on every single platform, bashing me, mean talking me. So when I retaliate, I want y'all to know this is from y'all took advantage of someone who was deep in depression, mentally going through it, trying to get themselves to build a community in a space where they were new. And y'all sat there on social media bashing me every day for someone who tried to make y'all lives better, make us be better as a whole. I told y'all that the next video will be about bro code and what went down and what happened and how certain things contributed to a lot of the mental stress and the physical, emotional problems that I went through in the past 6 months to a year. So, so boom, my name is JC Ditto, first name JC, last name Ditto, and I'm back at it again with another video. So, part this is officially, we are done with the whole life been life in. So, when I originally created Bro Code, I let everyone know, hey, I'm creating an organization where I want, black trans men to be able to express themselves, be seen, communicate with one another, share resources, kind of like our own little hub, our own little space where we can exist. Because if you guys have not realized, not saying that there aren't certain things in place for us, but there aren't any like safe haven or any hub for black trans men, not trans men of color or not trans spaces. There's no for us. So I created Bro Code. When I created Bro Code, I picked about like 50 guys. I remember someone telling me, hey, that's a lot. You are not gonna have 50 people staying around with you to do this thing. And I learned my lesson. But I chose those people based on experiences that I've had with them and how we encountered each other, whether through social media or in life and things of that nature. And people who I felt will contribute to my organization in one way or another. Not necessarily to be to work for my organization, but just to experience the organization itself, and then look into how they would want to invest their time, their space, and their opinions. So now I'm gonna go real like transparent with y'all on this topic for real, because this has been eating me up a lot. um I invited a few folks. This is around May or June. But before I did that, my son Chinks and my son LaShawn were the two people I spoke to about Bro Code. I was excited because I also wanted it to go for the next generation. Me, JC Ditto, I came into America with nothing, literally. And I wanted to always make something out of myself, and look at where I am now. And I tend to be so humble and so modest that I don't realize the accomplishments that I've reached. I do a lot for my community. I'm dependent on a lot in this community. I didn't even realize that I'm a mentor, I'm a guide, I'm an educator, advocate, a an influencer, a creator. Like people look up to me when it comes to this. And I didn't realize that until, I created Bro Code. And that's when I also found out that there are a lot of people who are envious of me, who want to be in my space just for their benefits and not for me. Okay. When creating this, I was like, I have younger generations that's going to come after me, which is what I wished people that were older than me did the same, right? Create a space where we can, benefit and grow as a community. So I hit up LaShawn and I hit up Chinks. I was like, yo, what do y'all think about me doing this? Whoop de whoop. They was like, hell yeah, I would love this. They were both my sons, so I think that was the perfect thing for me to do as well. And, we talked about it. We talked about what we would need. Because when you build an organization, you don't even know what you need or how you're going to go about this until it's time for you to do it. Let me get 50 people that I, felt like I trust or that, would do great for our community. So I hit up a couple of folks. We talked in the Facebook groups. Some were able to make it, some couldn't, whatever the case may be. I ended up making a whole group, right? With I made a group chat with I think about 20 to something like that people. So less than the number that I originally thought of. I decided to organize my first official bro code event, which will have basically what JCN has been doing. The idea of Broco was for me to be able to not only one educate other people, but curate spaces for Black trans men in the community, right? So basically, I go ahead, I book a whole weekend, and I get vendors for example, the weekend will start from a Thursday. This was my idea. The weekend will start from that Thursday to the following Monday, or from that Thursday to Sunday. And Thursday we would do a meet and greet. We all meet each other up. Everybody gets to meet me. All Black trans men for that day. Friday we'll have a social event that's open to everyone, whether that be a date night, a paint and sip, whatever the case may be. That will be open to everyone who wants to support these Black trans men. Saturday would be my boot camps. Health, wealth, and fitness is what Bro Code is about. Saturdays I will have my boot camps. I will train people and do what I do, and then Saturday night we'll do an open event for everyone yet again. The boot camps will be open to everyone to come. Sundays we'll do a bro code brunch, which is just the Black trans men. Doesn't matter if you're a part of bro code or not. If you're a Black trans man, come to a restaurant wherever we are in that town and be able to have a beautiful brunch for Black men and talk about how we are curating our future spaces. Like, I went into this trusting and believing that the people that I chose would help me bring this vision to life. That was my vision. A weekend, whether it's a weekend or 4 to 5 days, where Black trans men are able to travel from state to state, country to country, and just meet one another and be seen and come together to create more spaces, more resources, be able to help other trans men have top surgery, whether that be through building these events and creating these events. As a trans man, I've navigated through different lives that I realized that we need so much more than we were given. I've navigated around a lot, and a lot of people don't want to give me my credit, but I am the blueprint to a lot of this that's going on too. A lot of the people who are coming up now have watched me through a lot of their transition. A lot of people have looked up to me. Y'all may not want to give me the credit, and that's cool, but a lot of the people before me did not put certain things into place. People barely knew about hematomas. People barely knew you could get complications from top surgery. We weren't getting visual content. You feel me? Like, so when I created it, I decided the first official Bro Code weekend would be in Atlanta. 2024, Labor Day weekend. I was like, this would be the perfect time for multiple reasons. One, it's Black Pride, it's Labor Day. It was 2 months in. We had talked about everything, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So, not to name names, but I had about, I think, 8 to 10 guys that were asked to come for the weekend, to Bro Code weekend. And then whoever was in Atlanta would just meet us. So if you were in another state, you would meet us there. If you weren't, I put together an itinerary. I put together a breakdown of funds, meaning whatever money you send, kind of like you going on a trip with your bros. Literally, I broke it down to the dime. I did not take anything else from anyone besides exactly what they had to pay for, which was their stay and the food. Even when we got there, food I cooked. Like, when we got to Atlanta with the first group of Bro Code members, and I think we never got to address this. I never got to address this. And at the time, I didn't think it needed to be addressed, but I feel like I owed y'all that. Because I looked at it and I'm like, this is a business. This is also not only is it a business, but it's an organization. So if something is going wrong or something happened, it is normal for you to, address it, because people might be wondering. So And I know a lot of people got confused too on the whole, oh, can I join Bro Code? Bro Code is not something that you can just join. Bro Code is, it's a brotherhood. If me, JC Ondero, I'm having an event for Bro Code, come through. You never know who you can network with and how you can be a part of this. If you have a resource or a talent that you feel like Bro Code could use to grow, absolutely. But I'm not about to, this Bro Code wasn't created to have everyone be a part of a society and keep everybody out. No, that was not the case. I created it because I looked at a couple of my brothers that I know and it was like, hey, come with me. Since you're in that state, you're in this state, you're in that state. Let's all come together and create Bro Code. Just because I'm the one that came up with the idea doesn't mean y'all gotta ostracize me and use this whole jealous, envious mentality to not allow this to flourish, right? A lot of people didn't want to be a part of it. Some people were like, oh, I would love to, but this, whoop-de-whoop. Cool. I said, no big deal. Because I'm not going to force anybody to join anything that I'm a part of or want to be a part of or want to create. Y'all know JC on. I've always done my own thing regardless of what. So when we got to Atlanta, the B&B, everyone paid literally only $220. If you know Atlanta on Labor Day, Black Pride weekend, I think even if I have my numbers off, I think 220 to 250. I think Miami was the only trip that people spent $350. They only spent $250 to go to Atlanta on Labor Day weekend for Black Pride. Okay? B&B was taken care of, and food was taken care of because I cooked. Besides that, they didn't have to spend money on nothing else when we got there. Besides alcohol, leisure, things like that. We all went to Walmart. We paid for everything. We came back to the house. But I'm going to rewind. When we got to the house, I want y'all to keep in mind, at the time, I was going through a lot with my finances, my credit score, a lot of other stuff. But as I told y'all, I still wanted to pursue my dreams. So I made certain sacrifices. My girlfriend, which again, baby, I'm sorry. My girlfriend booked the B&B for me. Okay? And this is another thing that a lot of these guys, especially when it comes to bro code, y'all don't take into account. I am in a relationship. I have a girlfriend, and I'm also trying to do for my community at the same time. And I'm also trying to be, a pillar to my community. I have to include her in these trips. And in none of those trips have any of these guys ever took that into
house look nice.
This man's
the house is nice. Oh, look how many niggas. The shit is nice. This is nice. Oh yeah, this is nice.
No, I'm building something, so she's supporting me. But back to the story. She booked the B&B, but when we booked the B&B, the owner of the B&B did not tell us that there was going to be an extra person staying at the B&B. The B&B was beautiful. I'm going to try to find footages and I'm going to post it. I know I said that to y'all, but it's because, again, I lost my other phone. So a lot of the footage that I used to have in my phone and in my camera, I don't have. But if you want, you can go on the Bro Code YouTube page and you will see some footage from there. And you can kind of feel the vibe too when you watch the footage of what I was trying to create, which yet again, I was trying to create a series as well of Bro Code. As we go through that weekend, those weekends that I curate, we get to record everything and do a mini series where it's not a lot of fighting and a lot of weird energy and a lot of weird vibes. I wanted people to see us Black trans men in other lights. And I wanted to take each of us and highlight us in a higher light, because people only see us for two things: a fetish or a science project. And we're way more than that. Way more than that. A lot of us have a lot going on. A lot of the people that I brought around, barbers, personal trainer, me, firefighters, doctors, educators, fathers. Like, a lot of us have other things that we do on a day-to-day basis, and that was my whole goal, to highlight us at our best, while we are into fitness, our health, taking care of the people around us, building our community up. That was my whole goal, because trans men tend to live a stealth lifestyle and not want to be out as as our counterparts, which are, trans women. We tend to be under the radar, so when we pop out, people only see us for two things: a science project and sex. And I wanted to change the narrative, but y'all didn't see the vision. But back to the story. So we got there. There was a guy and his girlfriend there.
This is nice. Living room clean.
Look at this shit.
Pictures here gonna be fire. Cook. Hey. Oh, sorry, we didn't realize.
No, you're good.
And to be honest, it's crazy. But what did you want me to do at that point? And me as the host, as the person that created this, I was kind of stuck. I was like, damn, like, what can I do at this point? So I'm stressing. I'm calling my girl. She didn't arrive yet at the time, so I'm calling her. I'm stressing. It was also a ballroom weekend, which is what I wanted to include as well. I'm telling y'all, my vision is so beautiful, and I cannot wait for it to actually be able, for the world to see it and be like, this is what he's been trying to do, but I'm picking wrong. I'm picking the people who are not understanding this vision. Or maybe I'm not doing it right. Whatever. And it's to our surprise, I'm recording. I think I have a video of that. I'm going to try to find it. I'm recording, and boom. We run into people that I'm like, oh, it was me and my boy Aiko. Me and my boy Aiko were the first people to get there. So now me and him are like, shit. Everybody else is arriving because they got there before we did. Their flights arrived earlier, so we were driving from, Charlotte to Atlanta. Aiko came to pick me up. So they were already annoyed and impatient. So now I'm bringing these guys into the house, and I'm like, damn, guys, I did not know, but there's other people there with you, which I want to do. So then we decided to stay. But before we decided to stay, we had somebody kind of like, I'm gonna put it out there too, actually, because, Patch. First person to be like, yo, we gotta find another B&B. This is not okay, whoop-de-whoop. And I'm gonna give y'all a backstory. The main reason why I chose Patch to join Bro Code, and I know people were asking, a lot of y'all had a lot to say about it. And I think it's time for me also to start addressing stuff, because I tend to stay quiet and leave things, out. Because I don't like to address things. I don't like to talk about things if it's not necessary. But I think we are in a different era, okay? So I chose him to join Bro Code because when I had my first bodybuilding show in Connecticut, which nobody showed up besides my son, LaShawn, it was dope to me to see him come because he lives in Connecticut and he showed up to my competition. Him being a 40-year-old man, you are a grown-ass man. So I looked at it like, yo, this is, a mentor. You are going to be a mentor to this community. You showing up for me at my competition and bringing me a Rice Krispie treat, I found that to be love because, nobody else showed up for me. So, sometimes when people do things, you don't realize why they're doing those things because you think that you're getting support because of how much support you don't get on a daily basis from the people who are supposed to be your day-to-day people. So I looked at that and I brought you in. Like, yo, come because you did this for me. And he has been on my Bigo. You were on my Bigo every single day. Gifting me every day. Showing me love. JC on this, JC on that, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You finally got to be around me and you did not know how to act. You decided to show your ass. The thing is, a lot of y'all dudes get around me and instead of just being yourselves, you try so hard to outshine me or out realness me or out, I don't know what it is. Y'all get a power trip. Me, Jason, I'm gonna shine regardless of how short, how much taller you are than me, how much more muscles you have than me, how much more beard you have than me. I'm gonna shine in my own light that I deserve. Okay? He decided to open his mouth and say, oh, we're not doing this. We could find another B&B. Mind you, this is somebody that it took him forever to pay. for his slot, right? But it's all good. We gonna address things. Don't come here and say you're gonna find another B&B right now for 10 something dudes, right? 10 something dudes, 8 to 10 guys on Labor Day weekend in Atlanta right now. Because if you are able to move like that and get it done right now, make it happen. Because I have people coming and they need to be taken care of. So now he's going back and forth with me, and now I'm aggravated. Like, bro, we need to find a place. He goes on Airbnb, he can't find nothing. Oh, nah, it's cool, it's cool. We can stay here. I have a roommate anyways. I'm cool with this. Bro, just be honest and say you couldn't find it. And then we move on. Everything don't gotta be a debate. We go to I built up a boot camp. I had a boot camp set up that same weekend. I'm telling y'all, my vision was clear. We went to Planet Fitness. We went to the gym. We all worked out. I recorded the whole thing. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. We went to a park. I'm recording a boot camp. This dude, Pash, got a bottle of Hennessy, a ski mask on, drinking while we're trying to work out. Like, I'm trying to give y'all a better, like, vision of how we move as black men. We don't have to have that toxic masculinity. We don't have to be here giving people exactly the stereotypical things that they will see us doing. We are more than just that. I had a dude, what's his name again? Cash. This dude came out of nowhere. Didn't even know who he was. One of his homeboys, which was Vari got invited because LaShawn knew who he was. I didn't even know who this Vari person was at all. Like, at all. I let him come through. He also wanted to invite his friend, Cash. I didn't know who he was either. Sometimes I really think I'm stupid. Like, me, I think it's not even just like my good heart. I think there got to be something that's actually wrong with me. He brought his friend, and I think the problem with them two, I feel like what it was, I didn't know my status and my power and my clout and like who I was. I did not. My motion, I don't think I knew how much motion I had. That same person, Cash, had DM'd me years ago, a long time ago, over and over and over again, to try and have me rep their merch or promote their merch or wear their clothes or whatever the case may be. And I never looked at it because I get a lot of DMs. I may not be as popular on Instagram as other people, but I get a lot of DMs on my Instagram, and I had a very large following on YouTube, as y'all know. Yeah, he could come through, like, let's all hang out. And this was one of my biggest issues with bringing too many people in. So a lot of these guys had their own real entitled, I'm going to come and take over this. I'm going to tell you what to do. Like, y'all didn't build this. Y'all didn't create this. Follow the program or find somewhere else to go. This is bro code. This is a brotherhood. And that was where y'all got things confused. Like, I'm the one. I slept on the couch the first bro code weekend. Every bro code weekend after that, I slept on a couch. And that's where I messed up too, like a big dummy. Because me, I come from different. But y'all didn't understand that me sleeping on the couch, man, I'm giving my guests, the utmost respect. That y'all didn't understand that because culturally, my culture, when you have guests, your guests sleep in the best room. Not like family members and stuff like that. We're talking about somebody that you hold high. You put them in the best room, in the guest room, or however y'all do it here. But us over there, if you have one room and it's, a couch there, you usually take the lesser for your guests to feel their best. And that's where I messed up with y'all, because y'all didn't uphold me with that same level of respect. Because now I cooked for y'all. I still had to clean for y'all. I had to, I'm looking at it like, hold on. I set up a whole photo shoot for these dudes. Some of y'all never even been in front of a camera, or even a cameraman or a camera person. Some of y'all never even left y'all neighborhood. I sat on this for a whole year. Some of y'all never even been like, and that's where again my mistakes came. Like I didn't realize that I was opening doors for people who wouldn't even hold the door for me if it was to slam in my face. I was opening doors for people who couldn't even clean after their own selves after eating. A lot of you guys took me for granted. A lot of you guys came into this being so entitled for doing literally nothing. You guys like first weekend we got to Atlanta, you got to go be in a big ass B&B that had a backyard. You were able to get your own room or had a roommate based on when you paid for your space. Like y'all literally for a whole weekend only paid $220. Nobody came to JCon and say, JCon, thank you for cooking for us. Let's give you this. Or let's give you that. Or JCon, I know how to do this. I know how to cut hair, or I know how to do that, or I know how to do that. Let me at least hook you up with something. Y'all wanted everything given to y'all for free, for doing nothing. Y'all got a photo shoot given to y'all. Y'all were able to be in spaces with other black trans men without having to be on the ballroom floor. If you don't look at that as a privilege, you don't need to be in bro code. Being around brothers that you can vent to, talk to, share experiences with, and still be able to be yourself. If you cannot appreciate that and also invest the time and the effort to make it work, you do not belong here. So anybody who wasn't here is exactly meant to not be here. So Atlanta was the first one I was supposed to address and never got to address. So that was a lot of the things that happened in Atlanta. But I still felt great about Atlanta. I still felt like Atlanta was probably, and Miami were probably the best trips. They all had their own mishaps. Mishaps happen, but it's different when it's a mishap that happened versus people's energies draining a whole weekend. Yeah. That whole weekend, there was a lot of like jealousy, a lot of envy, a lot of things that I didn't peep on from the beginning. But we went to the Marquette. We were supposed to go to the clubs. Like, we did a lot that weekend, and I was very happy. Like, extreme. Like, we went to Piedmont Park. That weekend was dope. Besides the little riffraffs, that weekend was dope. We came back from Atlanta, created a group chat, added a couple of other people. We got ready for Charlotte. I lived in Charlotte. So my idea was I live in Charlotte. It was, I think, around Halloween. It's supposed to be Halloween weekend. We finished September Atlanta, and then Halloween was coming up, which would be like a month and change. And I was like, guys, I would love to do something else, but they wanted to also do something else. They were like, oh, we need to link up. I'm like, well, Halloween's around the corner. We could all link up for Halloween. And another thing that I try to do is hire or take from within to build, right? So I had a couple of people that were DJs. I had a couple of people that also knew how to cut hair. I knew a couple of people who had their own careers or whatever the case may be. So I looked at it like, okay, if I'm about to throw a party, why hire a DJ from outside when I could get a DJ from Bro Code? So Charlotte, I had just moved into my own apartment, but I didn't have any furniture, nothing like that. Like, I had literally nothing. And that was another thing. Like, y'all know me to be who I am. Y'all know a lot of you guys in Broco knew my story with my brother and me being here. I didn't tell the public, but a lot of you guys knew. Not one time. I even, we had one of our bros, Sage, who got top surgery, which is also my barber now as well. You guys see I got a haircut from him in Miami. He had got surgery before we did Bro Code Charlotte. So when he got his top surgery, I sent him a basket. I sent a message in a group because that is the point of Bro Code. I sent a message in a group and asked everyone, hey, can we do something for Sage since he just got top surgery as a care package? Because when I got my top surgery, I remember KD Murray on Instagram and my other bro, they came together, got me a care package. So to me, it was like, if I can get it, I would love for somebody else to get the same treatment. Some people sent $15, some people sent 10, some people, a couple of other people sent some money. I put it together and I went and I got the basket and I got more stuff to it. Did I ask anybody else to send me anything? No. I ended up getting like $30, $40. Everything cost me about almost $150 because the basket itself, the plastic wrap, the other things, items on that list, all I ended up getting him was basically everything he needed. Scar care, Mederma, everything that you will get when you get top surgery. That was what the mission of Broco was supposed to be. We're supposed to be there to be able to help each other, one another get to a goal, whatever the goal may be, while, having brothers exist and help you through your transition were never seen or heard of before JCon came in the picture. But I ain't finished yet. With Charlotte, that was my breaking point. For multiple reasons. I invited these dudes to come out here. When I had my apartment, I had just got my apartment. This is why, again, I say I'm a dummy, and it's very important to protect your energy and your peace. Extremely. It doesn't matter how popular you are, how good your heart is, how good you want to do for the world. Protect your energy and where you lay your head. I invited these people to my house. Before I get to Charlotte, sorry, I forgot to mention one more person, Jason. I'm going to address you personally for multiple things, for multiple reasons, sorry. You are literally a photocopy of me, a tall, light-skinned version. This man has been following my every move my whole life, and I did not realize it until recently. Called himself JCon after I chose my name. And I found that out because somebody literally just sent me YouTube videos of him from before, which is insane to me, right? Because when I met him, I met you, Jason. I met you in Atlanta a couple of years ago, my birthday. I don't remember which year, but I didn't know you. And the reason why I met you, you came to Cirque and bought me drinks to drink for my birthday. And again, I was like, oh, this dude is cool, is dope, that's dope. You popped out. I said I was going to Cirque for my birthday. You popped out, you bought me drinks. I think it was like 2 shots of Hennessy. I threw up bad that day. Oh my God. Because I drink, but I don't drink like that. But I didn't want to refuse it. It was a good gesture. I moved to Charlotte. You were the first trans man, the first dude, period. Not even trans man. Forget the label. You were the first dude that I kind of clung to. And was shit, you here? I didn't know you lived in Charlotte. I was hyped because that was also around the time I was going through it. You were going through it mentally as well. You not heard about shit? I'm kind of low-key hurt in the sense of you got me fucked up. Not hurt in the sense of like my feelings are hurt. No, you got me fucked up. That sense. I moved to Charlotte and he's like, yo, bro, I want to train with you, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, oh, yeah, cool, we could train. This dude knew I didn't have a car. This dude knew I just moved to an apartment that I barely got to furnish. You knew my story with what happened with my brother. You hung out with me. You got free training with me. I took my girlfriend to go to your crib to meet your girlfriend. Like we had a date, couples date, double date, whatever you call it. I don't do that with people. I don't hang out with people. I don't go to people's cribs. I don't let people come to mine. Sat down with you, had meetings with you, all kinds of stuff. Meantime, your whole agenda was to replace me. Like you trying to, dude, you could create your own cloud. You 6 foot something, you're light skinned. I don't know why I think that all of that makes y'all superior or whatever, but you could create your own. You are a grown ass man. Y'all be 36, 37, like y'all older than me. I'm supposed to be looking up to y'all. Y'all supposed to be putting me into positions the way I'm trying to put other people in positions. Instead, y'all behind me trying to hate, trying to assassinate my character. And you're mentioned into this video for multiple reasons. And I'm gonna tell y'all, as everything goes on, your name will keep being mentioned because you got me fucked up. No cap. So I talked to him. He's supposed to be a DJ. He tells me, oh, I DJ, whoop-de-whoop. I've been doing this for a minute. So I hook him up with my boy DJ Iko Finesse because DJ Iko also DJs. So when it came to time for the party for Charlotte, I said, since y'all both the DJs of this, here thing, y'all do y'all big one. If I need to hire another DJ, I will figure out a way. This is at the time where my funds are low. I'm like scrambling, trying to figure things out, but I'm still believing in the vision. I'm still believing in what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that the people that I invited into this also believe in mine and what I'm trying to create. You don't need $500,000 or multiple amounts of money to build an organization, to build a community. You do not. Trust me, I figured that out with where I am now. So you do not. You just need the right people and people who actually believe in you. I set it up. The space for the party, I paid for it. They didn't ask nobody for a dime. I paid for it. The only thing people paid for, yet again, was their stay for the B&B. Like, let's be for real. And a go-kart racing at Victory Lanes. I set up the weekend to be a weekend where everybody wouldn't have to spend money. They will have to just come, show up, and we enjoy ourselves. I let these people come into my house. I had my son and his son staying with me. Everybody else had a B&B or a hotel that they had. Everybody had their own sleeping arrangements, but we were all here for Charlotte for the Halloween party. That Halloween party, I was outside every single day, giving out flyers, doing everything that I could do to promote the party by myself. Jason, you were in Charlotte for 3 years before me. If you had so much motion and you had so much going for yourself and you were such a great DJ, that party would have been packed. Because best and believe, if I lived in New York and you pulling up in New York, I will have that party packed for you. Y'all looked at this party and thought that, oh, JCN was only able to bring 50 to 100 people to this party. I just got to this city, my boy. Not even a year. I had just got to Charlotte, 6 months or 3 months? Y'all were cloud chasing and didn't realize that you're cloud chasing JCN from New York. You're not cloud chasing JCN from Charlotte. I don't got no motion in Charlotte. Well, I do now. But my motion didn't come from Charlotte. So none of y'all motherfuckers were genuine at all. None of y'all. When it came to this bro code thing. Y'all all came here for the sole purpose of JCN Ditto, the YouTuber, JCN Ditto, the Instagrammer, JCN Ditto I met on Facebook. I'm going to get around him and I'm going to get mad bitches and I'm going to get mad clout and people's going to be on my dick. No. If you suck, you suck. If your personality is trash, it's trash. It don't matter how much you try to emulate me, have my name, be around the people I be around, or try to suck out my energy, you will never be me. You will never have my motion. If you never had yours until you turn 36, 37, however old you are, you're not going to get your own. If you're 40 years old and you never had your own motion, you're not going to get it now. Y'all made a fool out of yourselves and y'all sat here, and I got in a car accident that same weekend, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all why. That car accident that I talked to y'all about, and I'm going to post a video soon on Instagram. It's a little triggering. So I haven't been, and then, there are other people involved. So I need to speak to them first. Because, I'm considerate of other people's feelings and what they go through. Y'all had me fucked up to the point where you guys came out here to Charlotte for that party, and all y'all thought about was time management. Why are y'all pressed for time management for a photo shoot y'all didn't pay for? Any photo shoot that was ever set up for Chinks to do any shoots or anything, y'all never put no money for it. Y'all never helped anybody set anything up. Y'all didn't put anything into the itinerary. Y'all didn't plan for anything. Even for me to get videos, content videos from y'all. Like, that's why the freaking page lackluster. That's why promoting and marketing lackluster. Hey, y'all, can y'all send me a video for us to promote the Halloween party? I have to wait 2 to 3 weeks. I have to beg y'all. I have to give y'all a script. Why am I doing all this for when I have strangers trying to hit me up to do the same thing, to hype things up? Y'all felt like y'all acted like little princesses, like entitled, like if y'all my girlfriend or something. Then I found out a lot of y'all had crushes on me. Y'all are weird. A lot of y'all trans men are weird. And y'all make it hard for me to build for my community and do for my community. Y'all didn't know how to play your role. You are not a dude with motion. Sit down, be quiet, and play your role. It's simple. In the laws of business or anything you do, a brotherhood or a family or a household, you play your role. That's how it goes. You have a father, a mother, a kid. Everybody plays their role. Y'all wanted to be more than y'all was. Vari, you had the audacity to call me an opportunist. Opportunist for what? You have nothing to give me. I don't even know who you are. I let you come in here off the strength of LaShawn and the fact that you were into fitness. I did Bigo Lives with you guys, putting y'all on my platform. Y'all started getting a little clout and got big-headed. Pipe down, little man. Pipe down. All of y'all niggas, pipe down. I've been doing this for years. 8 years plus. Inconsistent at that. In and out. And I'm still JC Ditto. Y'all still came here to Broco because of me. Stop playing with me. Like, literally, stop playing with me. I done gave so many people, so many outlets, so many resources when I barely even got resources myself. Half of y'all dudes knew I didn't even have furniture in my crib. When y'all came to my crib in Charlotte, none of y'all even brought a freaking housewarming gift. I'm allowing y'all to do so many things that y'all wasn't even able to do. Get into spaces y'all wasn't even able to get to. Do things you weren't able to do. Y'all can't even give me a housewarming gift, a banana. What have y'all even done for me for you to call me an opportunist? The party, the club, the space, I paid for it. Never asked y'all for a dime. The DJ, I paid for him. Shit, I was going through it at the time. Couldn't even finish paying the DJ because he wanted to fucking scam me for extra money. He going around hating some of y'all up about me paying for the DJ. And instead of y'all dumb motherfuckers shutting him down, y'all amping it up too. Y'all niggas ain't have my back. Y'all niggas ain't do shit for me. So don't ever play yourself to call me an opportunist. What I've done for my community for years, I never received back at all. I done threw parties. I done had events. I done had dropped clothes at the homeless shelters, at GMAC. I done went to different schools to educate. I done mentored my own children. I done help guys get top surgery. Are you stupid? Opportunist? What opportunity did you give me, Vari? What have you done for me? I done trained half of the trans men that I've trained. I'm gonna put it as a personal trainer. I'm gonna put it on my Instagram because y'all got me fucked up. Half of y'all motherfuckers never paid me for training. I've trained so many of y'all for free. What I've done for my community, none of y'all could ever do. So don't come to Bro Code and call me an opportunist for wanting to do something for my community. While I had nothing at that. That's not even where it ends. The same people that came to Charlotte, made my life a living hell, while I was trying to do something for my community. That Saturday was the Halloween party. Sunday was supposed to be the bro code brunch, which was supposed to be a denim look. That Saturday morning, we were supposed to have a photo shoot, a black and white photo shoot with an interview where I was going to be able to introduce everyone that was a part of the movement. We got there late. When you get to things late, if you're with your brothers, we got there late to do the photo shoot because I had to pick up people. Cash, Vari, Jason, I don't know who else. Sat down and started having little baby bitch fits. Oh, you guys are late for the photo shoot. Nigga, where do you have to go? Where do you have to go? You're in Charlotte. You're sitting here. Have a good time with your bros. Play some cards. Drink. That's what y'all like to do. Drink or something. Lay down. Take a nap. Wait. Like, be really for real. Y'all didn't set up the house. Y'all didn't clean the house. Y'all had the B&B to yourselves. Y'all didn't buy no food. That B&B didn't have no food. Y'all argued with me so much about food money in Atlanta that I said, y'all take care of your own food this time around. That house, we went in there was no drink, no water, no nothing in there. Y'all thought I was gonna supply that again? Nah, Jason, I might be dumb, but sometimes I learn my lessons along the way. As you can see, that's why I'm here now. I learned my lesson, at least along the way. I'm human, so I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna do what I do, and I'll learn my lessons. I didn't put no food in that house because I'm not paying again for people who came and ditch out. No, absolutely not. So now we get there, y'all going to the store and buying drinks by yourselves. Like what are we doing? Is this a brotherhood or like everybody's here for themselves? I ain't say nothing. We did the shoot. Y'all had nasty attitudes. Y'all had bad energy. It was just bad vibes. Terrible. I should have known that would have been the worst weekend of my life when the energy was just... One person in there in particular, and I'm not going to forget you either. I forgot his name, actually. Rich, or whatever the hell his name is. Found him on Instagram. He's been following me for a minute. He sent me clothes. He sent me clothes to promo. I was like, you know what? This man did something nice for me. His clothes are... I'm not a hater. One thing about JC Ondero, I'm not a hater. Your clothes are amazing. I don't know what clothes... Amazing. It was like this... Y'all seen me wear it before. It's like a black cutoff sleeve shirt that I wore a few times. Berserk. Amazing brand. I wish you nothing but the best because I'm not a hater. But I wore his clothes. Promoted it, wore it here and there, did my thing, whoop-de-whoop-a-whoop. He came to Charlotte, you had a car. You didn't want to drive your car the whole weekend. Cash, you didn't want nobody driving your car. Cool. I don't know what type of brotherhood or what y'all used to, but the people I'm around, I don't like stuff like that. That's just me. I know some people are peculiar with their stuff and whatever, but if I'm going to come around brothers and people I'm supposed to trust, I don't like weird shit like that. What's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. I invited y'all to my crib and I barely even had furniture. Y'all got to see the amount of sneakers. I had sneakers from wall to wall. My kitchen's beautiful. My bathroom clean as hell. Had a blow-up bed in the room. I'm transparent as hell, so there's nothing that you can say about me that I'm not able to tell you, okay, and then what? I let that slide. We got to Charlotte. It's Saturday. Finished the photo shoot, whatever. We're about to go to the party. Shout out to my boy, Adam from Durham. Adam came all the way from Durham, dropped into Charlotte. Not only did this man Apple pay me $100 just because he still came to support this party. I'm not going to lie, Adam. When I get my mind right, I promise you, bro, I'm going to lock back in with you. It's just my life is chaotic right now because you really are a solid ass dude. So when Charlotte happened, it became where that Saturday night, the party was over. The party itself, I don't want to talk about because that's another... This is going to be long. I'm trying to see, should I talk about the party and then the accident later? I'm going to talk about the party. I'm going to talk about the party and the organization and how everything happened. And then I'm going to make another part that will take you to my car accident and to everything else that happened afterwards. So the party itself comes, decorations. out of my pocket. Everything out of my pocket. They ain't pay for no decorations. They ain't put money towards anything. But I gave my phone to Cash, who was in charge of collecting tickets. I guess he saw how much people were paying for the tickets and must have spoke to his friend Rory like, oh, this dude is making money. Dude, I had to pay for the space. Who you think paid for the space? And the money I made was not enough to cover the space because I didn't get enough people to come and party with me. I'm in a new city, my boy. Every investment I make is a loss. It's a sacrifice. I'm aware of that. Y'all are not, because y'all are not bosses and y'all don't know what the hell y'all got going on. Those same guys decided that the person who literally did everything for this party should drive. When it came to decorations, when it came to doing anything for the party, these guys are outside. They're drinking, smoking. I'm over here scrambling, trying to get my mind right, trying to get things together. No. You took advantage of that. It's time to go home. I have my two sons, Chinks, and, I have Chinks, my son, and his grand, Rose. We also have another guy, Alonzo. Everybody's like, who's going to drive Alonzo home? And I'm looking at them like, well, these guys are going with me. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I barely slept. Y'all know at the time I worked at Amazon while also trying to do this. So I'm over here exhausted. I'm like, look, I'm tired. I just want to go home, take this and, make it one trip. They didn't want to take him home. So I was like, you know what, Alonzo, I'll drop you off. We get in the car and I dropped Alonzo off. On our way back from dropping Alonzo off is when we got into our car accident. To this day, I am so grateful for everything. We got into the car accident. Party was over at 2 a.m. We got into the car accident around probably like 4 a.m.-ish. We literally had to stand outside from being sweaty from a party to cold. It was cold that morning. I don't know what it was, if it was just us. It was cold. We were freezing, standing outside, realizing you just got into a car accident. So mentally, you are traumatized. Even though you don't have, like, my son is traumatized. I'm traumatized because I was driving and being responsible for them. And then I'm like thinking of tomorrow. The next day is supposed to be our Broco brunch. I just totaled a $70,000 Camaro, Chevrolet Mustang right now. My whole life is flashing in front of me and I'm standing there cold. Like, trying to think, am I even alive right now? Like, what is going on with my life? I'm constantly just looking around, just like literally my mind was just going through it. All right, so I'm gonna stop right here to just gather my thoughts a little bit. Like I told you, as I open up and be transparent about this journey, I want to just do it at my pace. So yeah, bear with me. I appreciate y'all for being patient. The next part of the series will touch upon what happened after the accident in Charlotte, and what did I do, and how did I and my son and everything else happen with the bro code guys and everything else in between. Okay? Appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.